Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode 18 of EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we got another spicy one for you today. EOS Hot Sauce is a weekly digest of all the hottest news from around the EOSIO ecosystem. The space is evolving so rapidly it can be hard to keep up. We keep on top of it so you don't have to. In this week's episode, we've got Block.one's identity patent, LiquidApps, Emanate, jobs on EOSIO, KROWN DAC, EOS Go ecosystem overview, CryptoLions JGC, and Crypto Hype. EOS Nation's EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. It's also available in video and audio formats in addition to written form you can find on EOSNation.io. You can find it on YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, and you can subscribe to our newsletter at EOSNation.io. Let's get started with the first topic, Block.one identity patent. In the internet of today, fake users, fake comments, and bots are plaguing most social media platforms. It's making it impossible for real users to distinguish between real conversations and astroturfing sponsored by malicious actors. On June 1st, Block.one introduced the voice platform that promised to address this problem by only allowing real people to use the platform. However, the process of how uniqueness of identity could be proven, at least without using government-issued documents, was still vague. Last week, Zach Gall from Everything EOS made an interesting discovery when he found a patent recently secured by Block.one, which is labeled System and Methods for Creating a Secure Digital Identity. The patent is quite the intricate read, so we'd like to explain some of the features that have us excited about what's coming. Let's start with a Twitter message Dan Larimer himself posted shortly after the news broke. The idea behind our identity patent is to use proof of co-location and relationships over time to secure and recover identity with publicly auditable data to verify uniqueness and then to reward people for doing the work. Proof of co-location means that two unique people prove that they are in the same place at the same time by taking a picture with both of them in it, each with their own mobile phone that is linked to their identity. The uniqueness of the device can be ensured by a key stored on a chip within the phone that can't be changed or moved. On the iPhone, this feature is known as the Secure Enclave. Other manufacturers might have a different name, but the idea is the same. The patent also mentions an app that is used to take the photo, but potentially also other specific features such as the soundscape, biometrics, or surrounding networks. The fact that the proof of co-location can only be established with data generated from a specific app would also prevent deepfakes, which are altered pictures or videos used for faking an identity. Another interesting aspect of Dan's Twitter quote is that he mentioned rewards, giving us a hint as to where this is going. What makes us unique are our relationships to our friends and family, and this patent leverages that in order to prove that users are real. Creating a decentralized database of unique relations of people each vouching for each other is highly valuable, and this value could be paid back to each participant based on their contribution growing this database. It's a very interesting and innovative approach that combines humans and the uniqueness of the devices that we use to interact with the digital world. If you want to learn more about this, check out the videos from Everything EOS and Colin Talks Crypto linked below. Mobile phones play an important factor, and wallet applications are becoming more and more advanced in secure key storage and authentication of transacting parties. To help developers on that front, Block.one released the Android Key Store plugin for the Java EOSIO SDK. A solution for iOS-based products, leveraging the above-mentioned Secure Enclave, was released earlier this year. While these solutions are great for end users, on an enterprise level, key security and management can be even more advanced as introduced by Remy. They built their own ecosystem on an EOSIO-based chain and had the honor of being recently featured by Block.one in their Built on EOSIO series. There are already several pilots that utilize Remy protocol, one of which is a blockchain-based customer authentication project for a Fortune 500 automotive manufacturer. On a more personal and less technological note, Brendan Bloomer was responding to some frustrated investors on Telegram, assuring that all the pieces they are working on will fall into place, but also showing appreciation for the patience within the community. We also met a couple of Block.one employees in Block.one's video series last week. Next up, we've got LiquidApps raising awareness. LiquidApps is committed to advancing blockchain-based network technology. Over the last 6 months, they've built the tools needed to scale EOS resources and have begun making these benefits available for other blockchains as well. They've united an ever-growing group of highly skilled DSPs like EOS Nation to run the DApp network. With this second layer scaling on top of the EOS public network, many of the limitations DApp developers were facing are now a thing of the past. The LiquidApps team is also working on increasing awareness of this good news as they released very interesting articles at a high frequency. They announced their own hackathon and created the DApp Nights program that is open to anyone who wants to help support the project. The current mission of LiquidApps is eloquently expressed in this quote: "Our greatest weapons are knowledge and the dApp network's one-of-a-kind technology." The team is determined to provide an elemental infrastructure with the Web 3.0. If you're new to the topic, they summarize the last 6 months of their journey in their article, touching upon topics like, why do we need dApps? Blockchains need second layer solution. dApp network comes into play. And where do we go from here? This whole journey started with the idea of VRAM, which is now called LiquidRAM. Tal Muskal published the story behind it in his personal Medium account. Their newest product is Liquid Oracles, a way to communicate real-world data to the blockchain so that smart contracts can react accordingly. Since LiquidApps promotes a multi-chain future, they released an article explaining how their Oracle solution could coexist and create synergies with Chainlink, a prominent Oracle solution based on Ethereum. It's exciting to see that the technological progress being made in this space is getting more attention in the wider crypto and blockchain circles. Bitcoin.com published an article this week discussing how bridging blockchains is fundamental for the future of cryptocurrencies and how LiquidLink could be a valuable blockchain bridge. As a leading DSP, EOS Nation is a proud contributor to the dApp network. We also maintain the EOS Nation DSP portal that allows users to stake their dApp tokens in order to receive various services. Watch our tutorial video or get familiar with our DSP portal. Check out the links at the bottom of the article on eosnation.io. Next up, Emanate. If you spent some time in the Eminate Discord channel, you'd know by the increasing activity that the release of the Eminate's alpha is about to happen soon. The team has also released an article explaining what has caused the delay, and they've presented their solutions in detail. An essential part of their music streaming platform is high-frequency micropayments to directly measure and reward musicians based on how long a song was streamed. Currently, those payments happen every 6 seconds. In order to ensure scalability of the platform without potentially jamming the EOS public network, they have presented a clever off-chain processing mechanism. Furthermore, the team announced the Emanate growth pool to incentivize users that are making a long-term commitment to the success of the platform. The first round of Emanate representatives have also been elected and include our EOS Nation Ambassador, Samuel Joseph. Sam has consistently invested in building communities through education, and we're certain he will do a great job representing Africa as an Emanate rep. The team has also hinted that there are some big names from the electronic music business that are planning to not just partner with Eminate, but to become full-on shareholders. Everything seems ready to go, and if you're itching to be one of the first with an Eminate profile, check out their Discord community and register as an early bird artist and download their banner templates to help your profile look tight. The YouTuber EOS Saratoza announced a couple of Eminate minis, which are very short tutorials for users that are new to Eminate and potentially new to EOS and blockchain. Up next, jobs on EOSIO. Job portals and the gig economy are an ideal example to showcase some of the benefits of third-generation blockchains, bringing accountability, efficiency, transparent referral systems, reputation, and free transactions to a global market. More and more innovative platforms in this sector choose to build on EOSIO. TAP is short for the upcoming Talent Access Portal, and they're focusing on young talents in the sector, straight from the best tech schools and community programs. Their platform features a private job board, access to emerging tech hotspots, a pre-verified candidate pool, and straightforward messaging system to contact potential candidates. Our friends Hire Vibes are already in service and are celebrating their first successful hires, which they've documented in an article linked below. It's nice to see how much more efficient a job market is on a portal like this and how many people can benefit from it. With 5 hires, the platform already generated 7,999 rewards for job seekers, 3,428 for the HVT community, and $2,285 for the Humane Charity. You might have already heard about this charity as it receives funding in EOS and is led by Samuel Joseph, the EOS Nation Ambassador we mentioned in the previous section. Congratulations to Sam for all his recent success. Moonlighting is already a well-established company in the HR sector, and they recently realized the great potential of leveraging blockchain technology to improve their services. With funding from EOS VC and also some help from Blockstart, they're about to deploy their product on EOS and bring 600,000 users with them. In an article in Forbes magazine, Moonlighting also shared some big news, announcing that the staffing giant Kelly Services has partnered with them. Kelly Services, listed on NASDAQ, is the world's leading recruiter of temporary and permanent staff since 1942 and currently has 2,600 offices in 40 countries worldwide. Through this partnership with Moonlighting, Kelly will be introduced to the EOSIO blockchain technology. Kelly Services' John Healy, Vice President and Managing Director of the Office of the Future of Work, was quoted, "We're going to learn. We've got 3 of our business units today that are actively exploring how to leverage both the technology that Moonlighting has as well as the business processes that we're delivering to our customers and for our workers to figure out where the best fit is. Exciting times. Again, you can check out links to all these at the bottom of the article. Up next, KROWN DAC. KROWN grabbed the attention of the community this week by being the first to utilize the DAC Factory tool from EOS DAC to deploy a DAC on the EOS public network. According to its constitution, KROWN's primary objective is to nurture and support the EOSIO ecosystem. It's an open platform built in a way that rewards active supporters and stimulates collaborative community engagement. The distribution of the token is already based on these principles, and you'll see many giveaways, contests, and bounties. The members of KROWN DAC have been leading cooperatives for many years, looking for a way to integrate the blockchain technology with the management of co-ops. It's an interesting project, and we encourage you to learn more about their ideas around fairer consumer-driven economy. Check out the links at the bottom of the article at our website. Up next, EOS Go ecosystem overview. Our friends at EOS Go are known for being always on the ball when it comes to spreading EOSIO news through their EOS Go Turbo News channel. This week they've announced a new series of articles that have a different approach. With the EOS dApp ecosystem overview, they start a deeper dive into the opportunities and realities of dApp developers and touch upon why EOSIO is a superior choice. Since various dApp platforms compete and developments are happening quite fast, it's not always possible for dApp developers to keep up to date. It's great to see how developers share their experience, and it creates an appealing summary of the fundamentals as well as the recent developments. Check out links to that at our website at the bottom of the article. Up next, CryptoLions Jungle Game Chain Model. The CryptoLions, famous for their Jungle testnet and the Simple Assets NFT standard that just got adopted by Wax, revealed an interesting concept for an additional EOSIO sidechain. It seems they brought a lot of elements of their previous activities together to unite their research under one umbrella called the Jungle Game Chain, or JGC. Besides being an environment for blockchain games, the JGC introduces an interesting and coherent narrative for blockchain governance, which is described as a decentralized monarchy. Using terms like monarch, House of Lords, and the House of Commons, CryptoLions are exploring a new blockchain governance model that uses familiar terms in hopes of easily communicating these ideas to a wider audience. While the CryptoLions currently have no intention of pursuing the JGC, they still publish their introductory article in hopes of inspiring conversation and generating new ideas. You can find that article linked at the bottom of this post. Up next, the TIE's hype to activity ratio. We started this week's EOS Hot Sauce with a unique ID solution by Block.one to avoid bots, and want to close it with a little side note on the topic. Many bot armies are used to artificially blow up projects. But in a recent study, the TIE analyzed the Twitter feeds of 450 crypto projects and created a hype to activity ratio. We're happy to report that EOS is one of the least overhyped projects there is, and that's probably due to the healthy work ethic found within our community. You can find the TIE Twitter thread linked at the bottom of our article on our website. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. Stay tuned for another one next week. You can find us on YouTube, SoundCloud, or your favorite podcast player. Make sure you subscribe and give us a 5-star rating if you appreciated this episode. EOS Nation is a top block producer on the EOS public network. Help us continue to add value by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying your vote to Proxy for Nation. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and until next week, let's keep it spicy.